All right. So finding your way onto your mat, if you're not already there. Finding that child's pose, right? That little, teeny little spot, you're kind of small, head's laying on the mat. You can notice the weight of your forehead, hopefully, on the mat. Notice where your arms kind of naturally go, and then make a choice, because this practice is about choices. Do I go left or right? Do I put my foot here or there? So becoming aware of where you are in space, but also becoming aware of how you feel in your body is a really nice way to start any practice, really, but specifically this one. So take the moment to start to slow your breath down. Start to really bring some attention, intention to your breath. Slowing it through the nose. Sending it even more slowly back out through your nose. And hopefully things have quieted or softened. So that the next inhale, you can walk your hands over to the right. Let the left arm reach kind of long. Take a slow inhale here. Soften something. And a big old exhale. Don't be shy. Really exhale. And then walk the hands over to the other side, kind of slow. Again, mindfully noticing, what does the floor feel like? What do your hips feel like? Slowly taking that inhale. Opening your mouth, really exhaling everything from your lungs. And then walking the hands back into the center. Trying to reach as long as you possibly can. Get active through the arms. And on the exhale, let every muscle in your body just soften. The next inhale floats you up. Tabletop. Again, I always recommend you close your eyes because it pulls your attention into your body. Forgetting about anything around you or that's not located on your mat, it doesn't matter. So moving through cat-cow, letting the chest drop, the chin lift, articulating your spine with your breath. So think about it as a moving meditation in a way, and as you're scanning kind of joints, hips, shoulders, how does your neck feel? Maybe your wrists need to stretch, so you turn your fingers around. Maybe you want to push back into child's pose a few times, get a little mobility. And then finally drawing your attention to your belly. So you really want to pull your abdominals up to your spine, get your back really flat and long. Eyes are on the floor. There's a natural line from your spine to your neck. On the inhale, kick your right leg behind you. You can circle the foot. I heard the other day that the foot has over 30 bones. So use this to kind of treat them with kindness. And then get it really strong, toe down, heel up, opposite arm reaches as long as you possibly can. On an exhale, connect underneath you, your knee to your elbow and your chin to your chest. Inhale, make it long. Exhale, really round, feel your back open up. Inhale, make it long. Exhale, really round, hold it here just for a moment, really fire up your core. And then inhale, make it long. Float the arm to the side. Try to get the outside of your foot. By getting the outside of your foot, your shoulder can open more naturally. And then release your hand down and your knee. Finding that stability of tabletop again. Finding your core really active. Inhale, kick the left leg back. Again, move that beautiful foot around. Give those bones a little bit of movement, a little lubrication. And then get it strong. Toe down, heel up. Opposite arm reaches. Find your stability first. And then connect underneath you on your exhale. Inhale, make it super long. Exhale, really round. Inhale, make it super long. On this last time, really connect it. Feel it. Pull your belly in while you're here. And then inhale, make it long. Float the arm to the side, outside of the foot if you can. And think about your knee lifting up. Head, chin, look up, lift up. Nice. Let it fall down. Then drop your head. So you still want that core engagement. Curl the toes underneath you. We're going to change it a little bit today. We're only going to go into bear. So just come off the ground so your shins are parallel. And then really push your chest to your thighs. Perfect. From here, send the tailbone up. Nice. It's a little different way to get into down dog, but I think it's effective. So pulling your belly in. Inhale up to the tippy toes. Shift down to the right. Open the side body, still pressing your chest to your thighs. Equal weight on your hands. Inhale to the toes. Shift them down to the left. Again, press the chest to the thighs. Notice that your head is heavy. Inhale to the middle. Send it up as high as you can on your toes. And then lower your heels as low as you can today, with a little micro bend to your knee if needed. So the right foot will go to the right hand, left foot to left hand. Separate your feet as much as you wish and bend your knees as much as you can. Just heavy ragdoll, nothing to do but sway. So some people like to grab opposite elbows. Some people like to take their arms behind them and interlace, open up the shoulder. It really is one of those times where, ask your body, what's going to feel good? And then come back to the center. Deep bend in your left knee. Left fingertips just graze the floor. The right fingertips go to the ceiling. You could use your elbow as leverage to twist deeper if you wish. And then lean back and wrap. Inhale, really high. Exhale, right fingertips go low. Right knee bends, left leg straight, left arm up. You're trying to align your shoulders. So leaning back is helpful. And then wrap when you're ready. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, ragdoll, heavy. So notice if you have any tension in your neck. If you do, let it go. And then heel toe the feet together. So at this moment, you're still loose and heavy. Your base is smaller, but everything's relaxed. First one's a half lift. Straighten your legs, maybe place the hands on the thighs or the knees, get your back flat. Exhale, melt, find heaviness. This one, inhale all the way to standing. Most of your weight is in your heels, arms come up, and it's a swan dive all the way down. It's a hinge from your hip. So bend your knees when you get down there so you can be heavy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt down. Inhale, get taller, reach up, rise up, chest up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, heavy, melt. Inhale all the way up. This is the tallest one. And then fold all the way down. Big old swan dive. And then inhale, half lift. Exhale, place your hands on the mat. Step the feet all the way back to a high plank. So feel this for a moment. You can feel yourself pushing through your heel. You can feel your belly in. If you ever want to be on your knees, please do that. Form is more important. When you're ready, you'll shift forward beyond your wrist slightly. Exhale, ride it down. Inhale, roll over the tops of the feet. Arms go to straight, shoulders down, and then back over the toes, downward facing. So this flow is 4 breaths, 4 movements, and they link. So try it again. Inhale to the top of the push-up. Exhale, ride it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back over the toes, downward facing. So let's do one more, but on your rhythm. So take it to the top. You move through the flow based on your length of breath. Take your time. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg all the way up. Let the knee bend, drop the foot. So here, lots of options. Gravity can do it. Circling the ceiling with your knee. But ideally, you're still pressing equally with both hands, and the chest is reaching for the thighs. Then the leg goes to straight to square off your hips. Exhale, send it through to warrior one. So you have your feet hip width apart. You're rolling your ankle to the back wall by lifting the arch off the ground. The arms are up by your ears, but the shoulders drop back into your back pockets. Really good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the mat. Moving through that flow to the rhythm of your breath. Trying to elongate your spine and your breath at the same time. Inhale, left leg all the way up. Knee bends, foot just falls. Again, just breathe into your hip or maybe draw the circles. But it's most important to push your chest to your thighs. And then the leg goes to straight. Sending it through on the exhale. The inhale brings you up to warrior one. Arms rise, shoulders fall. Back leg is so straight because you're rolling your ankle to the back wall. So now the right hip will move slightly forward. The left hip goes back. So good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the mat. High to low, up to down. Knowing that the purpose of these flows are to give you energy. If they take your energy, you can always skip them. And then inhale, right leg comes up. Sending it through, warrior one. The inhale brings you up. Find your balance and your breath, even if you move a foot to a place of more comfort. And when you're ready, you'll glide open to warrior two. Front arm goes right over the thigh. If you can see yourself in the mirror, see if you can make the footprint or the visibility of your thigh as small as possible. In other words, the knee is right over your ankle. Sit low. Root your tail. Lift your chest on the inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands to the floor. Sending it through a flow. Shoulders are low, neck is loose, jaw is loose. Inhale, left leg up. Sending it through on the exhale, rising up, warrior one on the inhale. Again, placing your feet in a place of ease. Glide on your exhale. Now you can pay some attention to the upper body. Chest is lifted, but shoulders are low. Arms reach in opposite directions. There's energy in your arms you can feel. Neck is really long. Take an inhale. And then windmill the hands to the floor. High to low, up to down. Inhaling the right leg high. Seamlessly sending it through to the hand. The inhale, rise, warrior one. The exhale, glide, warrior two. Turning the palm in the front. Hinge forward on your exhale. And on the inhale, let your fingertips touch the ceiling. And take one full breath right here. Coming up and out of your waist. Feel that stretch. And then back to warrior two. The exhale sends you through that flow. High to low. Good job. And then inhale, left leg comes up. Sending it through. Warrior one. Easy. Gliding open, warrior two. Take your time. Use your back foot. Don't forget about your back foot. Turn the palm, hinge forward, up and out. See how much you can breathe here, how slowly you can take a full breath. Inhaling back to warrior two, and the windmill sends you all the way through that flow. Seamlessly, breath to movement. Right on. Nice, slow, long inhale through the nose. Don't be shy. It's Monday. Exhale. That was awesome. Walk, step, or float your feet to the middle of your mat. Slowly come up to stand. Bring your feet to touch. Palms typically face the front wall. Get your legs strong. Roll your shoulders back. Feel solid. And then maybe close your eyes for a breath or two. Initially, at least for me, there's that wobble. But the more you focus on your breath, the wobble goes away. When you're ready, you'll inhale the arms up overhead, palms touch, interlace your fingers, cross your thumbs and release the index. Drop your shoulders, root your tailbone. Inhale, lift up out of your waist, and exhale over to the back right corner. So if you ever have an injury in your shoulder, one arm is perfect for this, doesn't matter. But if your arms are above you, try your best to get them to be as straight as possible. Pull them back by your ears, if not just a little bit beyond. And then begin to play not only with the breath, but the positioning of your body. So the right shoulder might come a little forward, left hip a little forward. This creates this really nice C-curve on the side of your body. You're pushing your left hip over. It's kind of coming up from the ankle to the knee, to the hip, to the rib cage, to the shoulder. The goal is to go up and over, and if for some reason you get a little choppy, just back up a little, go up more so you can go over more. Relaxing your gaze here, noticing the length of your neck, the ease of your jaw. You have 2 more complete inhales and exhales. Looking for as much space as you can for 3, 2. Slow inhale brings you up, but the arms stay and the shoulders fall back. So get that solid base again. Kneecaps lift. Inhale, reach up. Exhale over to the back left. Again, if you need one arm, it's beautiful. Don't worry about it. Trying to get the arms to straight, maybe even touching your ears. Another thing to think about and play around with is the level of your chin. Ideally, it's just neutral. It's parallel to the floor. No tension in the neck, and the shoulders actually relax. So you can feel all 4 sides of your neck elongating. The left shoulder come a little bit forward, the right hip a little bit forward. You have 2 more full breaths, remembering that movement plays a big part in this pose. 3, 2, slow inhale, rise. Keep the arms up and let your head shake out, fall back, move around, no tension. But always draw your head back up through your arms so you are in alignment, neck and spine. If you need a supported back bend, no worries, do that. Otherwise, inhale, get your legs straight, take it up, and then back on the exhale. Always looking to go up before you go back. So the key to this is keeping your legs straight and strong and trusting that you know how far to go. 3, 2, slow inhale, rise. Exhale, complete forward fold, squatting down, shake your hips, let your head shake. If you have poppy knees, that's a good sign. Don't worry about it. Nice. And then you'll separate your feet out 6 inches. Fingertips stay on the floor, but hips come up, so you're folded. But be sure to separate your feet. For me, I prefer to stand on my feet. Fingers come in from the front fully, or if you prefer, you can grab the big toes. So whichever is more comfortable. The best thing that you can do is bend your knees and drape your body across your thighs. So relax for a second. Take a full breath with no tension whatsoever. The next breath, you're going to draw your belly in, pull your elbows out to the sides, start to straighten your knees. Exhale, send the hips up to the ceiling. Keep pulling your forehead towards your shins and breathe. You're pulling space out of your beautiful spine, so keep pulling. Keep breathing nice and slow. 3, 2, release your hands, turn them to the front of the room, walk your feet together. Let your hips fall like you're sitting in a little chair, body weight's in the heels. Arms are going to come up on your inhale by your ears, pinkies turn inward. Exhale, arms go back, palms face the ground. Inhale, sit low, arms come up. Again, the palms face the back of the room. Exhale, reach way back. Root your tailbone here. Inhale, squeeze your knees, arms come up. Exhale, way back. This inhale, all the way to standing, arms come up, legs straighten, and swing the right arm underneath the left. So you want to find that nested feeling. Your elbows are There's no space between them whatsoever. If that doesn't work, grab yourself a hug. It's fine. Pull your elbows down, sit low. Inhale the right knee up, over, and then behind the left leg. If you need a kickstand, all good. So this is more about compression than balance initially. So find the compression first, then you can work the balance by leaning back, root the tailbone, float the elbows above your chin if you wish for 3, 2, inhale, everything comes up, foot goes down, and then swing left arm underneath the right. So again, getting that really strong squeeze. This is a detoxifying, cleansing pose. Pull down, sit down. Nice long inhale brings the knee up, over, and then behind the calf if possible. If you need the toe on the ground, don't worry about it. Everything that can squeeze together does. So now start to lean back, root the tail, breathe deeply, maybe float the elbows up a little bit, and then start to work the alignment. Knees in the center, elbows in the center. 3, 2, inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, palms turn to the front wall. Exhale, sit low in a chair. Inhale, arms rise. Second set of chair. Exhale, graze the floor as you go back if possible. Inhale, arms come up. You sit lower, tailbone roots more. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, stay low, but place the palms together. Maybe challenge yourself by looking up and lifting your heels up off the ground as high as you can. 3, 2, inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, move through that flow. Nice and easy. Take your time. If at any time you find that your breath is a little choppy, always, always, always know you can come down to child's pose anytime you need to. These are not easy poses. Heart rate tends to kick up. But if you're ready, you'll walk your hands back towards your feet, trying to start at the bottom of your mat. Slowly come up to stand. Find mountain pose. That's where your toes touch. Roll the shoulders back and down. Maybe take a breath or two with your eyes closed to really pull your focus where it only place it needs to be, which is within yourself. So while your eyes are closed, I want to get in your head for a second. There are many of us in here. We are all at different places, different levels. We have different abilities, different impeding factors in the body. So I beg you, do not look at anyone else. Don't worry about what they're doing. There, I said it. So open up your eyes when you're ready. Get your legs strong. Inhale the right knee directly in front of the right hip. Flex your foot strongly. So staying here for a couple breaths. You're here for about 10, but the first few, kind of take an inventory. The knee is in line with the hip. The foot is flexed strongly. This is a beautiful place to stay. If you feel pretty steady and strong and your breath is good, then maybe you get the knee. The knee stays right in front of the hip. That's important. If you really feel steady, then maybe you round your body over your thigh and interlace all 10 fingers underneath the ball of your foot. Draw your belly in as you kick your foot forward, knowing that no matter where you are, the only thing that matters is the quality of your breath. Final expression is forehead to knee for 3, 2. Perfect. Bring your leg back, step down on that foot, arms come up, interlace your fingers, left toes go to the back wall. You are trying to be as straight as you possibly can be. And the best way to do that is to straighten your standing leg. So lift up on the kneecap, press the knee back, reach in opposite directions for 3, 2, inhale, slow rise, and reset. Good. Left hand goes to the left hip. That's just for awareness. Three options here. If you can get your toe without leaning forward, great. If tree is better for you, great. If you can just get your knee, great. So once you figure out what you're going to hold on to, take the right shoulder, roll it back so you have that perfect rectangle between your shoulders and your hips. This is a beautiful place to stay. You could stay here. Awesome hip opener. If it's in your practice, you might kick your foot forward if you have your toe, or you might just take the knee out to the side. The goal is to keep your chest up and stand tall. Or tree might be a better place to be. So 2 breaths right here. How tall can you be? And then draw the leg back into the center. We all kick up as high as you can. Reach the arms high for 3, 2, and step down. Slow hinge into warrior 3. Arms go back. Palms face the floor. Back foot presses against the back wall. When you point your toe to the ground, you are squaring your hips, maintaining that rectangle. Hands come to your chest. Reach your arms forward. Draw the arms up by the ears if possible. 3, 2, slow inhale, rise, and then reset. Good job. Right elbow bends at the right hip. Palm faces up. So get your left leg strong and then pick up the inside of the right foot or ankle without turning your wrist. So if you've turned your wrist like this, you want the inside of your elbow facing outward. Line up your knees. Left arm goes up to the ceiling. So figure out where your left arm is. Sometimes we don't even know it's in front of us. See if you can pull it back by your ear. That will help you breathe. Taking the first few breaths, get the alignment. Find out where you are. Root the tailbone, feel steady. If you feel steady, that's when you will equally kick and reach. But the toes come up first, the knee lifts, and as the toes come up over the head, that's when the body starts to drop down. One straight long line, kicking and reaching for 3, 2. Slow inhale, rise, arms come up, foot goes down, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, move through a flow, pull all that awesome space out of your spine. And from downward facing dog, you'll walk your hands back towards your feet once again. If you can keep your legs straight, it's a little bit of extra core work as you rise up. And who doesn't want that, right? So find that spot again, even if you close your eyes. I find it's really helpful. Feel your shoulders reaching for your back pockets. Feel your tailbone rooted down and your belly lifted so you feel steady already. Then inhale the left knee directly in front of the left hip. Flexing that foot hard so there's a 90-degree angle in your knee as well as your ankle. Perfect. This is truly the foundation of all standing poses, so actually mountain poses. So anytime, even if you're an experienced yogi, sometimes just staying here for that stability, that foundation is a good thing. Some days you have balance, some days you don't. You might like to interlace around the knee. You might decide that I want to go for the foot. I'll also say this, never be afraid of falling out of a pose. It's how you learn, so don't worry about that. If you do have your foot, you'll kick forward, pull your toes back, get your chest long, and then maybe round forehead to knee for 3, 2. Step in front of you forward, right toes to the back wall, arms come up by the ears or maybe above, balancing stick. So there's a yardstick from your head to your tailbone to your heel for 3, 2, inhale, rise, and reset yourself once again. Right hand goes to the right hip, give it a squeeze. And again, those 3 options are available. So as long as your chest stays lifted, either pick up the big toe or the knee, or maybe you prefer tree. So finding your balance, and then you get to choose. If the hamstring will let you, maybe you kick it open. If it won't, you just take the knee. But you're focused on the even quality between your shoulders and your hips. You're not shifted off to one side. You feel steady, tall, and your breath is flowing easily. For 3, 2, slowly bring it back to center, kick it really high, reach really high, lean a little bit forward to really get the core, and then step down on that foot and slowly hinge, warrior 3. Back toe faces the ground, arms are back, belly is strong, leg is straight, hands to the chest. Reach in front of you, maybe pull your arms up by your ears, that activates the back muscles. 3, 2, slow inhale, rise, and reset. Nice big breath here. So check to see that you're still in mountain pose. And then the left elbow bends at the left hip, again without turning your wrist. So just drop your hand down and pick up the inside of your foot or ankle. Right arm's going to go all the way up. Try to get it as close to your ear as possible, but let the shoulder come back down. So there's always a duality, multiple planes in yoga. So there's up, down, and midline, right? So you're reaching up and pressing down. So the fingers are reaching up, the foot is pressing down. You also have a midline to watch for. It's where the knees line up and everything gets strong. Once you have found that, that's when you might want to play with the kick. And then the duality changes. Now it's front and back. Kick and reach. Belly is still strong. Knee stays in line. Hips are still squared to the floor. 3, 2. Inhale, rise, foot down, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, and you go through that flow. Right on. So if you need a break in child's pose, this is a great time to do that. If you need some water, that's always a good time to do that. Whatever you need. The next part is the little dance we do. So we'll take a breath or two in child's pose, you regroup. If you're relatively new to this practice, some of this might sound a little Greek, but there's nothing wrong with just taking a break on your mat and watching. That's cool too. But if you are ready, you'll find yourself in downward facing dog. Start out with a very slow inhale and a nice loud exhale. Nice job. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, send it through to your right hand for warrior 1. Gliding open, warrior 2. Turn the palm, hinge forward, go up, back, reverse warrior. Feel your rib cage open. Inhale back to warrior 2. Turn your chin to the back wall, side angle, right elbow, right knee, left arm goes up. Place the hand on the floor, left arm all the way to the front wall. Pull it back by your ear so you are open. Left hand goes to the mat, spin up on the back toe, the right arm goes up. This time lean back to be open as you exhale and wrap. Inhale, reach your arm high. Exhale, circle around your ankle, come down to the elbows. So you can drop to the back knee. You can set up your arm balance. Ideally here, your entire front foot is on the ground. So if you have to move it to get it there, that's fine. Let your head drop. Take a big inhale and an exhale. Place the hand on the inside of the foot. Drop the back heel on an angle. Left arm goes up. Be sure to push into your back foot so you're weighted equally on both feet. Exhale, wrap or bind, anything you like. But you're noticing the equality of your feet. Right on. Coming around to a low runner's lunge, starting on the knee or the toe, hands begin at your chest, shoulders come up over your hips. And when you're ready, you'll twist the left elbow past the knee, Really pull the right shoulder away from your ear. Guide the hands back into the center of the body and breathe. Hands to the floor. Send it through a flow. Fill it up with breath. Easy, easy. Then inhale, left leg comes up. Send it through to warrior one. Gliding open, warrior two. Moving meditation, your breath, yours. Turn the palm, hinge forward, go up, back. Lift out of your waist. So good. Inhale back to warrior two. Turn your chin, side angle. Left elbow to the knee, the right arm goes up. Maybe the exhale sends the hand to the floor. The inhale sends the right arm to the front wall. Then right hand comes onto the mat. Spin up on the back toes. Left arm's going up. Lean back, wrap behind you. Spiral your chest to the ceiling. Perfect. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, circle around. Come down to your elbows or your knee. Again, you want to be fully on your entire foot here. Right on. Head is just heavy. Big breath there. Place the left hand on the inside of your foot. Spin the back heel. Right arm comes up. Side angle once again, but this time with a wrap or a bind. Lean back. Open your chest. Find ease. Coming back to a low lunge right in the center. Come up on the toe or drop to the knee or start on the knee. And twist the right elbow past the knee. So if you wish and you're on your knee, you could challenge yourself and come up onto the toe. Nice job. Hands to the mat. Step the foot back. Move through the flow. Take your time. Inhaling the right leg all the way up. Sending it through this time to warrior two. So staying here for just a moment, really feeling your legs. Moving your feet to the place that they need to be. Many of us don't have a wide enough stance in warrior two. So feel your arches lift off the ground. Feel the anchoring of your back leg. Then straighten the front leg. Turn your toes inward so your heels bump out. Flip the palms up to the ceiling. This is a back bend, so take your time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hips go forward, chest goes up. And then forward fold all the way down. So inversions are awesome, so enjoy it. Let your head just relax. Maybe you start to pull your body towards your thighs. Maybe headstands are in your practice. But all inversions have such great benefit, but just let yourself hang. You have 2 more breaths here. Nice and slow, maybe pulling yourself closer to your thighs. Fully completing your exhale. Draw the belly in, and on the inhale, float back up with a strong core into warrior two. Left hand's coming to the mat, the right foot goes back, right arm goes up for a side plank. So for those of you who might struggle a little bit with a side plank, stagger your feet. They do not have to be stacked, they can be staggered, or you could be on your knee. Maybe you take the right arm all the way over to the front wall and breathe. Perfect. Hand to the mat. 5 push-ups or hang out in a plank for 5 pauses. You can be on your knee or your toe, or you can just skip the whole thing, move right through downward facing dog. Good job. Inhaling the left leg all the way up, sending it through to warrior two. Again, spending a few moments here really investigating, where are my feet? Do I want to move them? Am I balanced equally in between? Is my tailbone rooted down? Feel your arches lift. Right on. Straightening the front leg, turning the toes inward. This time arms come behind you. So it's important to press your wrists together as best you can. Lift up with your chest and then exhale, forward fold. Another inversion. This one, nothing to do but hang. So the more you can press your wrists together, the shoulders usually tend to open a little bit, but don't muscle it. Just use breath and gravity. Inhaling just to a flat back. So the arms are going out to the sides. And before you go anywhere, just turn your head slightly so you can see yourself in the mirror. Check to see that your back is completely flat. No roundness, it's even, beautiful. Head back down to the floor. Right fingertips touch the floor, left ones go up. This is where you could walk your hand to your opposite foot if you need a deeper stretch, or maybe just wrap behind you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up. Notice the equality of your hips by lifting up both arches, and then wrap or walk the hand over to the side. Inhale, reach up. Come back to that flat half lift with your core. Pull your belly in, come up, and find warrior two. This time the right hand spins, the left foot goes back, left arm goes up. Again, knee, stagger your feet, float your leg. I like flip dog personally. Whatever you want to do. It's pressing your hip up to the sky, building a lot of core strength here. Then place your hand on the mat. Choose to hold a plank for 5 counts. Maybe do some push-ups on your knees or your toes. Whatever makes you feel good, not depleted. And then you move through that flow. Beautiful job. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, sending it through to crescent. So from crescent, hang out here for a sec. Really get that back leg straight and strong. Then guide the knee to the floor. Release your back toes. Trying to stay as upright as possible. I find that it's easiest to interlace, place your hands on your elbows, because you don't want to lean forward here. You want to come up and out of the waist. So lift up out of your waist and then just lean over to the right. Similar to standing half moon. You're trying to come out of your waist. And then bring it to the other side. Use your breath. And then bring it back into the center. And then a big old back bend of your choice. Arms can go long, they can be out, they can support you. But 2 breaths right here. Make them long. Lift yourself up. And then slowly fold over a straight front leg. Again, this is your practice. Some of us like to work on splits. Some of us just want to shift the hips back for that hamstring stretch. It's really your choice. And how do you know? Well, listen to your breath. If it's at all choppy, most likely you're pushing. Your body is speaking to you. When you're ready, you'll kind of walk your heel off to the edge of your mat. Place your foot, the edge of your foot on the edge of your mat. Let your knee tip out. I like to come down to my elbows. I think it's easier. Place your hand on the thigh on the right. Take the right shoulder, spiral it back so you're staring at the ceiling. Some of us like to reach back and get the foot in the back from the outside. It's called twisted monkey. A lot of stuff going on here, so take your time. And when you're ready, you'll place your hand back onto the mat, finding pigeon on the right. So pigeon, by placing your knee on the outside of your wrist, is a little bit deeper. You can always place it in between your hands. And for those of you looking to deepen your practice a little bit, pigeon is typically an active pose, even though I'm guilty of making it a very passive pose. But if you want it to be active, take your left hip and face it towards the ground. And then maybe draw your arms either straight out in front of you or let them fall anywhere behind you. But you're working on leveling your hips here. So breathe. Hips are chronically tight, so give them a second to relax. Fully completing that exhale, place your hands on the mat, an optional flow. If you choose, just push yourself back into downward facing dog. And then we'll inhale the left leg all the way up, sending it through to crescent. So again, staying here for just a moment. Crescent pose is also a hip opener. So your back leg is straight, you're pushing your left hip forward, you can feel it. And then lower the knee, let the toes release behind you. We're going to go right into the back bend of your choice. Inhale, lift up your chest, push your hip forward. Just think about reaching up to the ceiling with your nose or your chest. Again, slowly forward fold, choosing half splits or full splits, knowing that it doesn't matter if you're not breathing. So you can just shift back. Maybe if you are working on your hamstring, pull the toes towards your knee. That gets you a little more. If you're working on splits, paying attention to the back leg. Splits are not easy. They're great, but they're not easy. And then slowly coming out of that, taking the foot off to the edge, tipping the knee out to the side, rolling that left shoulder now back so that you're staring up at the sky. Depending on how that feels for you, you might reach behind you, get the outside of your foot, and go into full twisted monkey. So 2 breaths here, nice and easy. Releasing into pigeon. Left knee somewhere near or outside of the wrist. Again, using this practice to notice the subtle differences in your body. One of the reasons that the flow or the sequence is very similar is so that you can tell the difference between yesterday and today. Fully completing your exhale, placing the foot back, either moving through a flow or just pushing back into downward facing dog. Whatever you like. So taking a really slow inhale through the nose. Don't be shy, a big old exhale. And then we all meet in child's pose. This one might be different. Maybe your knees are closer. Maybe your arms are behind you. Just a few breaths to kind of pull yourself back down. And when you're ready, you'll roll yourself up, turning around, laying on your mat. Does not matter which direction you face, but you're on your back. Your feet are close to you, so you can touch your heels. We'll do one bridge or wheel if you're a wheel person. Just take your time. So for bridge, hips come up, arms come underneath you. Pressing your hips high, interlacing your hands. If you like wheel, the hands come up over the shoulders. Again, this is an opener. So just breathing easily. One more complete inhale and exhale. Slowly rounding your spine back down to the floor. Pulling the knees into the chest. Maybe happy baby. Rolling around. Whatever feels good. It's at this point in my own practice that I always forget about Ujjayi breath, which is that yogic breath, that in through the nose, slow out through the nose. So don't be me. Find that breath again. You still want it. Send the feet up to the ceiling. Flex your feet. Draw them together. And on a slow exhale, lower your legs all the way to the floor. Once your heels touch the floor, the inhale takes the arms over your head, and a double exhale is a full sit-up to touch your feet. turning around onto your stomach for 2 rounds of Cobra. Placing your hands somewhere near your rib cage, but not underneath your shoulders, so slide them back slightly. Zipping up your feet as tight as you can, feeling your heels touch each other. That's kind of a nuance, a very subtle difference. All you're going to do is lift up your chest slightly and release any pressure on your hands by kind of playing the piano. So the feet are still down, the heels are still connected. Working, that will work all these little baby hip muscles that really make your spine and knees and everything work in unison. And then release your left ear, relax your arms anywhere you wish. Let your heels drop out. Complete relaxation. So the next one, arms will interlace behind you. If that's not comfortable, you can always send them out like wings behind you. It's up to you. But again, those heels will touch as best you can. This time, everything is lifting. Thighs off the mat, chest off the mat, reaching in opposite directions. But again, back and front, but also up and down. So the hips are pressing down, head and feet are lifting up, heels are touching, and you're breathing. And now the right ear drops, and everything gets heavy. So if floor bow is in your practice and you like that, this would be your chance. If it's not, just go back to that last one you did where you interlace behind you. But if you are in floor bow, I suggest the same grip you use with standing bow. Wherever you choose, take inhale and lift it up. Keep breathing, lift higher. 3, 2, awesome. Release back into child's pose. When you're ready, you'll slowly round yourself up, seated on the ground. The right leg is going to go out long and the left one will bend. Place your foot on the inside of your thigh and then get tall. So you kind of want to be aware of your sit bones. You want to find them equally on the floor. Inhale, arms come up. Extend out over your leg. Even if you have to bend your knee, try to grab your foot. So as you're breathing and pulling your body towards your foot, bring your focus to your sit bones. See if you can even them out. 2 more breaths here. Slowly inhale, rise. Take the left leg out long. Press the right foot into the thigh. Again, get really tall. Extend out over. And before you start to pull yourself there, find your sit bones. Re-level your hips as you draw your body across your thigh. Gently pulling on the toes. Relaxing with the breath. Slowly coming back up to a seated spot. Feet come together for butterfly. If you prefer to take your legs out to the sides, that's cool. Don't worry about it. But otherwise, your soles of the feet are touching. Personally, I like to scoop my heels. So it's up to you if you want to grab the toes or come underneath the heels, which allows you to get your elbow kind of in your hip crease. Leaving your chin parallel to the ground, press your collarbones forward. So ideally, your spine is flat. So 2 long inhales and exhales as you reach towards the front of the room. And on your final exhale, go ahead and round into the pose and melt into it. Perfect. Slow come up and send the legs out straight in front of you, staff pose. So the toes flex, the legs stay straight. Again, find your sit bones, meaning get tall. Arms come way high, coming all the way across your thighs. Still looking at yourself in the mirror, your chin is still level. You can even, play with this. What happens if you drop your chin or if you lift it up? Does it feel different? The best stretch here is to leave your chin level to the floor as you draw your body across. And on the final exhale, if you want to round into it, go for it. Slowly coming back up, either laying back or turning around, it really doesn't matter, for a final inversion. So again, I can't emphasize enough, your body is different every single day. Feet over your hips, great inversion. Just allowing blood to go in a different direction, and energy to go in a different direction, huge. So you could stay here, otherwise you could exhale your feet up to the ceiling, finding a shoulder stand. If you do have the shoulder stand, walk your elbows closer so you can get taller. Breathe that, the only thing I can think of is that high blood pressure feeling out of your head. Let it soften. And if you found that, that's when the toes might come behind you. And maybe the knees will bend and you're fully opening your spine. But it's so important to take your time here because you really are upside down. When you're ready, you'll slowly bring your feet up if they're not already there, and slowly round your spine all the way down, drawing a knee into the chest. The other leg stays on the floor flat, if possible, and take the knee across your body, guide it across. Noticing where your shoulders landed, that's kind of important, and pulling as much as you wish. Taking a really slow inhale and a really loud exhale. Coming back into the middle, taking the left knee or the right, whichever, the other. Guiding that knee across the body, opening up your spine, it's warm. All of these movements have prepared you to open your spine. So take that slow inhale, maybe the loudest one today, exhale. And then returning into the center, finding the spot, the one that nothing matters. Adjust what you need to. Find your shoulders underneath you. It could, remember, you never have to be on your back. It's where you can practice focus, single focus. So finding one thing to focus on. Maybe it is the weight of your body on the ground. Maybe it is the rise and fall of your chest. And it's normal that our focus or our attention starts to jump around. The mind does not like to be still. But it's through this pose that we practice it. And it's not always easy. So let your eyes relax, let your jaw soften, let your shoulders soften. And maybe just focusing in on your breath, although it is no special breath, it's just normal. And each time maybe you sink a little more deeply onto the floor. This practice really does create space. It's kind of a beautiful thing when you're all here right at this moment and I can watch and witness everyone's shoulders drop a centimeter or two. And I know that You found some space. You found some ease. And that makes me happy. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your energy. And I hope that you carry that ease and space throughout the rest of your day, your week, your weekend, until I see you again. Namaste, everybody.